Gas boilers in the UK are to be phased out, but when will this actually happen? The UK government has been making plans on the ban of gas boilers in order to align with the ambitious target of reaching net zero by 2050. I'm Sue Angel and this is GreenMatch. In this video, we'll talk about one of the most discussed energy topics, the gas boiler ban, when it's expected to be implemented and how homes in the UK will be affected by this massive change. Let's get right in. Why will the UK ban gas boilers? Decarbonizing UK homes poses to be one of the biggest challenges, especially with millions of houses that need to be retrofitted with low-carbon technologies. With gas boilers and other fossil fuels being major barriers to achieving net zero, it's only a natural step to phase them out. Not only by banning them in newly built homes, but also in existing ones which majorly rely on gas for heating. The International Energy Agency also stressed that no new gas boilers should be sold after 2025. The UK's official climate advisors recommend that all gas boilers should be banned from 2033 in order to end UK's further contribution to climate change. Based on a report from the National Housing Federation, it is stated that homes in England contribute more to carbon emissions than cars. The research by NHF says that 25 million homes produce 58.5 million tons of CO2 every year. This is equal to emissions of 28 million cars, which is saying a lot. This is an indication that there's a need for a strong plan in order to reduce emissions contributed by households. When will the ban come into force? It is still unclear as to when gas boilers will be banned, as there have been several consultations on the subject already. The first phase of the gas boiler ban, which is expected in 2025, will apply to newly built homes. They will not be able to connect to a gas network and will have to install low-carbon heating measures. Eventually, it is a plan to phase them out altogether, but the possibility of doing so is still questionable. Keeping in mind the challenges of millions of existing homes that need to make big changes in order to get better insulation or switch to low-carbon systems. There have been some indications from the government that the phasing out of the gas boiler plan could be well postponed to 2040. This is due to receiving some backlash that the low-carbon alternatives may not be affordable to all. What will replace gas boilers? The UK government has been encouraging low-carbon alternatives while talking about phasing out fossil fuels. There are greener alternatives to source heat that produce much lower emissions as compared to typical gas boilers. Some of the options you can consider as alternatives to gas boilers are heat pumps, both air source and ground source heat pumps. In some cases, biomass boilers may be more suitable if your property is not suited to properly install a heat pump. Although replacing a gas boiler with a heat pump can save on annual heating bills, people need to be incentivized to bear the upfront cost of installing the pumps. Based on the publication of Heat and Building Strategy, there will be grants available for installing heat pumps starting from April 2022. This strategy aims to create a roadmap to execute the government's 10-point plan for a green industrial revolution. The aim is to enable and incentivize homes to switch to low-carbon alternatives through grants and schemes. 3 low-carbon alternatives for heating homes. Air-source heat pumps provide efficient heating and cooling for both space heating and hot water systems. They cost anywhere from £8,000 to £18,000 for installing the system. Though the upfront cost is fairly high, they have low running and maintenance costs and will eventually decrease your annual energy bills. Ground source heat pumps are best suited for newly built homes, where you have the scope for designing the layout of the system, which can take significant space. Their cost ranges from £16,000 to £35,000. They are virtually silent and will not decrease in efficiency even in the colder months because they source heat from the ground, which has a stable temperature. Biomass boilers are another option, costing around £5,000 to £20,000. They are much better than gas boilers in their environmental impact and fuel cost, and they're the best alternative for properties where heat pumps may not be the right fit. How will the gas boiler ban affect UK homes? Even though a gas boiler ban might sound pretty definitive, it does not necessarily mean that you have to get rid of or switch your existing gas boiler. It simply means that buying a new gas boiler will be banned. So, unless you're building a new home, the gas boiler ban should not immediately affect you going forward. There will, however, come a time where you may have to replace your existing gas boiler after its lifespan. Therefore, it is a good idea to weigh your options when it comes to greener alternatives, as not all homes in the UK are suited to fit heat pumps. Given the fact that the future of gas boilers is also not too bright due to the volatility in gas prices, it might be a good idea to already look at alternatives. Also, keep an eye on upcoming schemes and grants that can help decrease the cost of heat pumps and other renewable technologies. All in all, homes in the UK are said to be affected by the gas boiler ban, as they are affected by the fluctuations of the gas prices. How the government is planning to tackle the situation is something to watch out for. If you found this video informative, then go ahead and click on the like button and subscribe to GreenMatch for more green energy related topics just like this. And in order to reduce greenhouse gas emissions contributed by households. Okay.